Oh, holy hecker. What's the day today? We're like Wednesday.
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 Well, our normal podcast time is supposed to be Wednesday morning, but we are exceptionally late. But we decided to do the podcast anyway on
We're that
Wednesday
committed.
afternoon. Well, Amber is. I was kind of like not even keen, but she made me, basically.
Because we need to maintain our schedule.
And it's true. 100% true. 100% true. Anyway, kia ora and welcome to Creative Talk Podcast for the week. This week, almost the end of actually March. Can you believe it's past March?
Oh my God. Soon it's going to be winter.
Oh my God, it's end of March again. Yeah, it's a bit like that at the moment in the afternoon on a Wednesday afternoon. I hope you have had a really good week. Happy hump day, Wednesday day today in Melbourne or wherever you are in the world that's tuning in. Thank you to everyone that kind of stopped by and has been checking out the Creative Talk podcast content so far this year. It's been a pretty good reception.
Yes,
to like
it has been.
The craziness that you and I put on every week.
I don't know why anyone wants to watch us.
I don't know why they want to watch us either, but they do. They do.
Mental.
I'm just grateful that people are enjoying what we like to do and get an insight into the world of being married and in business. For anyone that's out there doing that grind, it is not easy.
It's a piece of cake. If a cake was filled with knives, razor blades,
and a big shotgun. Anyway, this week we're talking about 3 ways to market your business on TikTok. We're also streaming this live on TikTok, as we are every other platform every week. We're live on Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming, Facebook streaming, and now TikTok live streaming as well. That's a lot of streaming.
The streaming and Anchor.
That's a lot of streaming. And then we have the audio version of the podcast going out on Anchor, which also hits Spotify, Google Podcast, as well as Apple Podcast, and a whole bunch of other platforms. Altogether, there's a lot of stuff that this is going out to around the world, and we are really grateful that people are tuning in on a regular basis to watch the craziness that ensues, which is never enough. Anyway, this week we're talking about 3 ways to market your business on TikTok. And if you've been living in a cave or in a rock for like the last, 3 or 4 years, and you don't know what TikTok is, you better download it.
Yeah, you better get on it. You better
download it. And it's a platform that's literally taken over the world, and it is one of the biggest platforms, going to be one of the biggest platforms everywhere. The interesting insight for us is we actually helped launch this brand, this product, well before people even knew what it was here.
Yes, when we tried to explain what it was, they were like, what is it, YouTube?
Our company actually helped to launch this with content and influencers, creating it and pushing it out in multiple markets around the world. And it was a massive success. So much so, they now have a dedicated team in Sydney, which do exactly the same thing. And the market's growing, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And the platform is getting bigger and bigger as well.
I think I read today something like TikTok, somebody signs up to TikTok. It's like every few minutes, a new user comes online, and signs up at TikTok.
Yeah, there's so many stats that are out about the platform, comparing it to a whole bunch of other ones. That is pretty crazy. Like, it's pretty crazy how much you can actually do within TikTok. I think they've got over 1 billion active users at the moment, currently ranked 7th in the world. And they have great market share with particular age groups of women between the ages of 18 and 24. There's a whole bunch of stats. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on. But for us, TikTok is a huge platform where we think you need to have your business on or at least start including it as a key platform for you to market your business on. And there's going to be 3 things that we're going to touch on, and we'll probably chuck in some extras just for the hell of it.
We love giving extras.
That's what we're about. A bit of extra value, you know.
We're about the extras.
If you're tuning in on TikTok Live, thanks for joining us. YouTube, Twitch, everyone. If you are or have any questions about how you market your business on TikTok, by all means, fire it through to us. We are happy to answer the questions and see how we can give you some extra value with regards to what goes on within the TikTok social landscape.
Look,
And we can kind of do that together.
invite to go live to get. Oh, we missed that one. Right, TikTok. You may think it's just dancers and teenagers.
Well, it was.
It was.
It actually was when it first started. It's not anymore.
No.
It's not anymore. And that's because the amount of technology that runs TikTok and the amount of capability you can do with the platform kind of supersedes the others, right?
Yeah, there's so much you can do on it. Like Facebook was, when it first started, it was basic. Upload a photo, put your status in.
Yeah.
That was about it.
And that was about it. And maybe add a filter. That's kind of cool.
But those came way later. Like TikTok just like exploded with all this stuff, and people were like, "Whoa, what do we do? What do we do?" And that's what I think some people get scared by. There's just the sheer amount of things that you can do on it.
And look, there's obviously, it's a new platform. A lot of people got scared because they think it's for younger people. We're here to tell you that we're not young and we're using
Look,
it.
speak for yourself,
So
mate.
should you.
Look,
So should you.
I was told on Sunday that I look 35. I'm going to go with that. Thank you, Di Day, my
Yes, Di.
favorite
Lovely
fan.
time.
But she said you did look 45, so no, just
Di, you're never coming
joking.
over to my house ever again. Okay, you're cancelled. Christmas, birthdays, everything.
Oh no,
You
she
no
didn't
longer
say
exist.
anything like that. She probably thinks you're 25. She didn't say anything like that.
Look, TikTok is not going anywhere. In fact, they're taking massive market share off people like Facebook. They're going after YouTube now with 10-minute long videos, and have already saturated, completely dominated Instagram in a number of ways. They're not going anywhere. And the platform allows you to do a lot more than just take a photo or do a dance. There are huge amounts of stuff, which we won't get into today, effects, animations, transitions, all to do with video that you can use to actually push out your content on multiple platforms. And you still can't do that from Instagram. Like, you can't repost from Insta onto other platforms and make it look
It's
good.
so difficult.
It just doesn't happen. And so TikTok's dominating in a number of ways. Creators have jumped ship, brands have jumped ship, and it's not going to stop. So the reason why we want to talk about TikTok today is because we've personally worked with the team in China. We've seen the growth of the platform. We're now live streaming on it. And the main reason for that is we believe that the platform is going to continue to grow. And anyone that is in business, any content creator needs to have that platform as a strategy. And we're going to give you 3 solid tips on what you can do for your business or your content today.
We are.
Do you want to tell them what the first one is?
Sure do. Make video content.
Well, that's what TikTok's about, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know what? Some people may think they can get away with just photos, like Instagram.
No,
It's not about being polished.
no.
It's not about having static imagery. It's about making video content.
And video content comes in a lot of forms these days. You can have short form, 3 to 5 second, 15 seconds, 60
You can have
seconds,
GIFs. You can have things like that.
30 seconds. You can have moving GIFs. There's a lot of options to do video, but the beauty of TikTok is now they've extended their platform for you to be able to do up to 10 minutes long video content. And at the same time, if you have a following of 1,000 people, you can also stream live. Now, that's pretty solid. And that's a really massive offering for someone who doesn't have the capability of a full, like, production studio suite. Like, it costs a lot of money to have these kind of studio setups and to make your stuff look good all the time. And sometimes you just don't have that extra budget in your business.
I think that's why things like behind the scenes videos and things like where people are doing their day-to-day stuff, they're doing really well on TikTok because it's not as polished. Yeah, people will spend time doing it, but people, there's how many countless videos have you seen where, oh, I'm doing this today. I'm going to pour my milk into my cup and, and show videos like that. And they work, they go off. There's the polished things, and then there's the easy peasy stuff, content.
So what would you say would be the number one, or at least like two kind of ideas people should do when making videos on TikTok? What would you say?
I would say be real.
Be genuine or
Be
authentic.
genuine and authentic.
I would say that too. I would say you need to be authentic. Otherwise, no one cares on TikTok. And you don't need to be as polished either. You don't need to have high quality, superimposed, beautiful looking cameras and lighting and all that kind of jazzy stuff. You don't need it. On TikTok, the more authentic you are, the more engagement you get, which is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Unlike Instagram, where you need to be like picture
perfect
in order to get a response or to get a following, TikTok's not like that. And I think it's a more genuine audience as well.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on this last time. People want to see real people. People want to see people that look like them. The trouble with Instagram is that most of the people on there, or the beauty, don't look like the normal everyday people, and that's because they use a lot of filters, so they don't even look like themselves, on Instagram. So they're even kidding themselves. Whereas, yes, there are filters on TikTok.
It's true,
but it's harder to. I feel like it's harder to fake it on TikTok.
Yeah. I think the audience on the platform really understands what's real and what's not. And they kind of only engage with that real authentic content. The stuff that doesn't look like an ad, doesn't look like a major production. It doesn't have, all the lights and bells and whistles that normal high-end production setups look like. It's all done from your mobile. And I think the beauty of it is you can create now content that is video based, which goes out on one platform, and it's all done from your phone.
Yeah.
For me, like that's the easiest thing. Having one production asset as your mobile phone, and then being able to push that out across multiple platforms, like you can't beat that. That's a pretty solid, like, platform for you to actually use on a regular basis.
And phones have come a long way. Like now, yeah. I mean, the cameras are
way better.
Amazing, right?
Way better. Yeah. Do you remember our first Nokia phones when they had like the
Snake?
30, we actually like probably showed
3310?
The 3310s. But hey, look, the battery used to last for like 60 years and you only had to charge it once. So it was like a pretty damn good phone. It would like, you could even run it over with a truck and leave it outside in the rain and you go back.
You couldn't fit those phones in your pocket. Because it was too big, right?
Nah, you didn't. But I used to work in telco, and it was a lot of fun having the latest phone before it was out. Blackberries and Nokias, and
see, both of those have kind of gone now.
Yeah. Anyway, back to TikTok. Reminiscing about old phones that are no longer around. There's so much that you can do with the platform. It's seriously a powerful tool. Not only can you create the content that you need, which is video, you can also syndicate it across multiple platforms and it looks and feels exactly the same as whatever you shot. So that authentic feeling and content piece that you create on the one platform can then be what your brand is known for on multiple platforms. And that's a really powerful thing. You still don't have the ability to send your content from other platforms without a huge amount of API plugins or a Zapier plugin or all this other tech that you need. But from TikTok, you can basically send it to anywhere. And that's pretty damn powerful if you don't even know how to do that kind of stuff. It's just really easy. It's a share. It goes straight onto all your pages. You log in and it's done. You can't do that with Facebook. You can't do that with Instagram. Pinterest and YouTube, you can't do that with all those. You have to download the content and re-upload it. But for some reason, TikTok's got their handle on it and they were the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
Now everyone's jumped across. And the content that's coming out of that platform is way better than anything else I've seen in a very long time.
You know what? I think TikTok is actually helping people to be more creative.
I do too.
Because it's quite limiting on back in the day on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yeah.
You could hardly do different things, but with TikTok, you can do nearly anything.
And there's a lot of industries that creatives are in that I've never even seen before. 3D animators, virtual designers, like people who actually create artistic worlds. Like there's this guy I follow on TikTok who's like, he has a pretend kind of bar, and you go into his world and he greets you via TikTok and tells you a story about this mythical land and like takes you on this journey. You couldn't do that on Instagram.
No. People would be shitting all over him.
Shit on, like no one would
They'd be
follow
like,
you.
"Oh."
They'd just like rip you up.
Yeah.
But it's really becoming a content play for creators. It is definitely growing from just doing funny dances and trending music and all that kind of cool stuff. And it's not stopping. It is gonna be releasing some powerful tools for you if you are in business and selling a product, like every business does. Then you definitely need to have it as part of your toolkit. Absolutely 100% need to do it. So it helps you to produce video content. It helps you to push out that video content on multiple platforms. It helps you to keep the authentic feeling, the look and feel across those platforms. And it makes it easier for you because you only have to do it from your mobile. Like that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And it's free. Like if you needed another reason, it's free. So do it. Just get on it. And if you're already on it and you're using it, awesome work. Awesome work. What's our second tip for how to market your business on
Second
TikTok?
tip is actually what we're doing now. Go live.
Go live. Why do you say to go live?
Go live because people want to engage with you. It's different than when you're doing a recorded video or a recorded podcast and people can just watch your content that you've produced at a later date. Going live is a little bit like going live on TV, I'd say. It's a little bit nerve-wracking.
TV.
We are the TV hosts
80s,
of
90s.
King Creative. No, but you know what I mean. Go live. It helps you to engage with people. People find you, especially on TikTok. Or a lot of people come in and find your page because you're doing live. That may not necessarily know you. They can ask you questions. You can answer them. You can talk with people. You can add people to your lives. I feel like it's easier for people to get to know you.
I think so too. I just like the fact that TikTok has a wider audience, and that when you stream live, you actually go out to the world. As when you stream live on, say, YouTube or Twitch, you go out to the Western world, just the Western world. You're not crossing over to different
Asia.
parts in Asia and different parts in India, places where you may not have had the reach that TikTok has. And they started in Asia and then they grew into the Western world. So the actual exposure you get on that platform is huge. You get a lot more reach and value out of it just because you're simply using the platform and going out live. So I really like the live component. I think it's such a powerful tool. And eventually it will be a really good way for you to be able to sell and talk about your business and your products all at the same time as well.
Yeah.
So going live is definitely it. And also, as Amber was saying, that authentic feeling, that connection to the audience can happen directly in live, and people get to see your face, which is like the best thing you could do if you have your own business, your own personal brand, whatever it is that you're pushing, whatever it is you're promoting. The only way that you can do that properly is by putting your face to the brand.
Say, for example, you had products that you were selling, like, say, I don't know, lipsticks. And your business, you were going live with your lipsticks and people were asking you questions to like, show me the color or how big is it or what does it look like? And you can actually physically do that on the live.
Yeah.
So it allows people to engage, and then, then you can direct them to your shop or whatever it is, and then they can buy from there. So it's kind of like having a in-person demonstration or in-person chat.
It is. And in Asia, they use lives to actually sell product by doing live demonstrations. They will hold a phone or a product up and they'll explain the details of what it is and how it works. And they will actually sell it to you while doing the live stream. And it's become a really massive wave of them doing business. I actually think that this will become something that will be available in our market as well. And when it does, you need to be ahead of the curve, have a following on TikTok, the platform, so that when those services become available, you
You
can
already-
capitalize on it
Mhm.
and actually get ready to use it.
Yeah.
So those are the two massive tips so far. There's a lot that we're giving out this evening just to help you guys with the information of TikTok and to help you with what you can do in order to repurpose, create content, and push it out across the world. What's our last one?
Yes. Our last one we just touched on briefly is show your personality.
So obviously putting your face out there is the main thing. You're talking about video, so that's another great part as well. But you really need to make sure that your brand is front and center no matter what you do within the video. And you can do that in a number of ways. Usually you could create something of a logo that shines at the start or at the end. You could use your face, our faces. We could use it, do whatever. And then you can also talk about topics that are relatable to your niche, to your business, to whatever it is that your company, business, product is trying to talk about. You can actually make it really customized to that. Customize it with colors, customize it with fonts, customize it with the technology that's available, and even the latest products or trends that's going on within there. Personalization is not just about what you like, it's also about what's going on in the industry and how you can relate that to people. Probably one of the biggest misconceptions around selling stuff online or digital is that you need to sell it by saying all the things it can do. And like, it has a 400 megapixel camera and it has a 24-hour battery and like all the other stuff, features, benefits that it can do. Here's a tip. No one cares.
They just want to solve their problems.
No one cares. Yeah.
They just want to solve. Can I make a phone call? Say you're selling a phone. Can I make a phone call? Can I take photos and video? How much does it cost? Those are probably the three most important things in the current age. I mean, of course, there's other extra things, but I think that's what I look for in that kind of product.
And Amber's right. People buy on the problem solving. If you can talk about the problems that your product, service, business sells or solves, then you're already halfway there. What you shouldn't do is talk about all the stuff on TikTok and make all these cool videos on TikTok that just talks about all the stuff that you do, which no one cares. Or
unless you're doing groundbreaking stuff like
the product that you're making,
yeah,
and what it does for the planet. Some people do care about that stuff, but the features, the benefits, all the things that you care about when you make something really cool, not necessarily does that translate across to the consumer. Consumers only care about what problems you can help them solve within their lives and how fast you can help them do it. Yeah. The sooner you get that into your business mind, then you can start changing your content to be more personal, because it stops from being a product to being you're helping people solve problems. And when you talk about problems more and features and services and all that kind of stuff less, it becomes way more real and way more beneficial. And it helps when you start doing things on TikTok or you start doing lives and you start pushing out content. It really does help drive value of your business and your service and your product. So,
and people can see how that would fit into their lives. So if you're solving their problems, they can be like, oh, actually, yeah, that's what I need because I don't know, I've got a toddler and I really want to take photos and videos of her, but my old camera on my old phone is cracked or whatever it is. It's like they can see how they would use this product in their everyday
life. And the faster or the more ways that you can show that you're solving problems and people can adapt it now, and these are things that you can take away and implement, the sooner you'll be able to grow a community that actually follows what you do and will actually be interested in the products and services you have down the track. And really, that's what social, not just TikTok, but social in general is all about.
It's supposed to be social. Not anti-social.
Somewhere along the line, we got it twisted with like all it is for memes and funny videos. But what it's supposed to be is a way to connect with people socially, no matter where they are, what language they speak, what country they're in. It's a way to connect. And somewhere I think we've lost that, right?
Oh, we talked about it last time. Trolls have ruined a lot of that. People stopped being so open on some platforms.
Yeah.
And they got scared because a lot of people would jump on and say horrible things. And I think that turned a lot of people off.
Yeah, I would have to agree, actually. I have to agree. But look, if you are a business and, you're wanting to grow and you're wanting to use social as part of your growth strategy or your marketing strategy or your business strategy, TikTok is number one platform that you should focus on. For a lot of businesses, like if you're doing video content, it should be TikTok first. Everything else is second.
And TikTok is not just for young people.
Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no.
There's, I think in Australia or even around the world, it's not just Gen Zs. It's probably a lot of millennials who would traditionally be on Instagram. And even the older generation is getting onto it now.
Like us.
I wouldn't call us the older generation.
We're the older generation. Well, we're not as old as other generations, but we're, we definitely are, I would say.
The older market.
The older market than the younger.
We're not in Gen Z, let's say that. You're the father of a Gen Z.
I am.
So work out that.
I'm old. Get me feeling it. Feeling it.
Stop it.
But look, if you are looking at ways to market your business on TikTok, we've shared with you some powerful insights today on what you should do to actually capitalize on the platform, the technology, the content, which is video, how you can personalize it, how you can stay in touch with your audience, and how you can have fun with it. Because if you're not going to have fun creating content, then you kind of shouldn't do it.
Yeah, and don't take yourself so seriously, I think. If people...
Be dicks like us.
Be a bag of dicks.
Right. Anyway, just have fun with it. The most important part is not to take yourselves too seriously. Like, sometimes people want the content to be so perfect. Mm-hmm. And I'm like the worst person. Yes. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to video, anything. And I had to get over myself, actually. I had to kind of let that go and get happy and content with the fact that...
But still won't let me do the videos.
What are you talking about?
It's only you or the highway when it comes to making the videos.
Only because I know how to make it look good.
So...
Can't help it.
Oh, not letting go. I didn't really let go. He says he did.
Well, of our content, yeah. Of our clients' content, now that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. We'll do another podcast episode on that one. That's for
What's our highest rated video? Our highest viewed?
Right now?
My one that I made. Thank you.
As you can tell, we're not competitive.
We're not competitive at all.
Like, we support one another. We're husband and wife. We're in business every single day, all day long. All day
we
long.
Need to take
and
the
piss. It is 7:45 in the evening, and we're still together. We haven't gone anywhere. We're literally still here doing the same stuff.
Look, I want to go watch my program and you probably want to play Fortnite.
Anyway, look, we have shared some really personal information about our marriage and kind of how we do things on a day-to-day basis. And we've probably scared a lot of people into going into business if you're a husband and wife.
If you're thinking about it,
don't do it. Anyway. If you need some tips on TikTok, if you are following us on the audio version on our Creative Talk podcast, drop us a line, send us a message on any of our social platforms. We're on everything. You'll find us, Creative Talk Podcast or King Creative Media. Search it, you'll find us. Subscribe to the channel and let us know what you think about the tips that we've given today. Everything from personalizing your content, using lives, using TikTok first, syndicating it across multiple platforms. It's all the stuff that we actually do. This isn't a marketing, business, sales, anything. This is stuff that we actually do. And the only reason we're telling you to do it is because it works.
It does work.
And it really does work.
Yeah.
And it's free. It takes a little bit of time, a lot of mental capacity at 8 p.m. at night, but it does work. It really works.
You can have fun. Have fun with it.
You
Don't be
need to
so
have fun.
serious.
Like, you really do need to have fun, right? You have to enjoy the process. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
You need to get a new chair because yours is quite squeaky, isn't it?
Just because I move around like this a lot. It's fine. If you're active like me while you're working out at home, this is what you do. All the time.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, this has been another episode of Creative Talk Podcast. My name is Kabraska King. This is Amber King,
Yes.
the video producer editor of our business. So it's
Copywriter and creative
and
director.
and
Just so many talents.
yeah. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this, follow us. Let us know what you think about the tips that we've given on TikTok, and drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Going out to a number of countries around the world every single week, and we'll be back this weekend to do a live
Tarot reading.
tarot reading out to anyone who is willing to do a tarot reading with us. We'll be doing our own readings, but if you're interested in learning or getting an insight into your business, your love life, your
health,
husband, your wife, your house,
money,
it's free of charge. We're doing it because it's something that we like to do outside of working in the corporate world. Drop us a
join
line,
us
come see
on Sunday.
Join us on Sunday. And we will see you guys again next week on Wednesday in the morning this time, not 8 o'clock at night because it's too damn late. And we'll talk to you then. Until then, take care.
Bye. Stay safe.